That's on the dead homies. All right, players, you guys know what it is. So, you hear that phrase being thrown around a lot nowadays, man. That's on the dead homie. That's not dead homies. It was something that, growing up myself wasn't something you said unless you really meant it. It was like, that was, I guess, the ultimate. And this, we're talking gang rules, homie, because people seem to forget, especially since the internet is so wild right now, that, there is reglas to this shit, homie. And last week, I was rolling home from the studio. I always drive by the hood every day, homie. Unless I'm out of town, but every day I have to drive through the neighborhood, carnal. So I saw a couple of fellas, and they were out there, showing respects to the homie Clumsy, man. The homie Clumsy passed away 3 years ago, last week, and the homies were putting some flowers out there, drinking a little bit, reminiscing, talking about him. And before, they had put a small mural right there where it says rest in peace, Clumsy. And the mural stood out there for about a year or so. And then eventually the city came with the cops and, painted over it. And that brought up the conversation with the homies. And one of my homies, he tells me, "Hey, man, what you think? You think if that mural was still up here that, somebody would have came and crossed it out?" And I said, "Well, it depends. It depends if they've gotten any right schooling in their hood. Because any older homie will tell them, 'Hey, homie, the guy's already gone. There's no need to go and disrespect.' And when I mean disrespect is, crossing them out or getting the flowers, throwing them out. I've seen guys on the internet kicking the candles over, and, just doing the most extra for the internet, homie. And first of all, when you're doing that, you're not so much disrespecting the neighborhood and that person who's passed away, you're disrespecting their family, homie, because that's the one who gets left holding the bag when it's all said and done. And like I was saying to the homie, I said, there's only one person that should ever have the right to go and kick over some candles and kick over a memorial. Only one person. And that person is the person who killed him. If that person who killed him, who has now risked their lives and now maybe going to prison themselves and losing their entire life and their family being disconnected from them now, like this person who's passed away, if they feel like they need to go out there and do that, by all means, homie, you go get it. But anybody else who goes out there and starts filming and starts knocking over candles and flowers, you're doing it for the clout, homie. You're doing it for what your homie did. And the sad part is, the reality of it is that that same person or persons who's going to go over there because you got one recording, one knocking it over, right? That same persons or persons who are doing that, 9 times out of 10, they ain't even going to send the homie any money. That vato's going to be doing live. I just got off the phone. One of the homies right now, he called me right before this, and I told him what I was going to do. And he's in there. He's a lifer. He's doing a life for murder. And I started telling him why I got inspired to make this video. And he started laughing. He's like, "Yeah, fool. The same fools that'll do that shit won't send you any money. They'll forget about you real quick." And that's why I made this video, just to, if you may not want to listen to me, hopefully my younger homies will want to listen to me. When it comes to smoking somebody and once they're dead, homie, they're gone, homie. They're out the game. That is the game. I don't agree with the game, but that's not what this video is about. But that is the game, homie. So if you didn't go out and you didn't pull that trigger and you didn't kill that vato, then you got no right disrespecting his memorial, homie. I don't think anybody does, but if you are that gunner, then by all means, homie, get it. But if you feel so strong that you're gonna go out there and destroy a memorial, act a fool, stop being a punk. Go get that money, homie. Go get that money, homie. And then you'll find yourself in prison, and you'll find yourself not getting any money from the same homies that are knocking over somebody else's memorial. This is a very small video. I just, like I said, I was inspired by this on the block with the homies, and hopefully, some youngster can learn from this and know there's rules to this, homie. You hear a lot of homies also talk about us losing our culture, losing our ways. And by doing that, I believe we are losing our ways, homie. Like I said, this is not a video to, steer you away from that life. You doing what you're doing, carnal, there is consequence to it, I've always said. But there's also rules to it. Without rules, without any regulations, homie, without any structure, there's anarchy, homie. With that being said, it's just a message from your friendly ex-gangbanger, American Cholo, homeboy. You guys have a good one. Leave a comment below.